Race Weekend is brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology.
The second round of the 2018 FlatOut Race Series drew an even bigger field of competitors to the Clark International Speedway than its season opener at the same track earlier this year, which made for a really competitive and fun race weekend at the track. Up next, the highlights of the popular grassroots racing event on Race Weekend.
Hello there, Race Weekend viewers! Welcome to this week's edition of your favorite weekly portal into local motorsports. Today, we take you to the highlights and sidelights of Round 2 of the 2018 FlatOut Race Series. One can certainly feel the heat of summer at the Clark International Speedway. But the heat is not all about the hot sunny weather. The second round of the 2018 FlatOut Race Series has drawn an even bigger field of racers, 151 entries to be exact, from novices to regular weekend warriors to the serious racers, those looking maybe to make a career out of motorsports. The competition is certainly heating up. Adding to the heat are the supercars on parking lots and the track itself competing in the Bracket R in the new supercar class. Exotic machines and sports cars that induce an adrenaline rush with the looks and yes, the sound of their engines. In looking to make circuit racing a lot more accessible and the competition more equitable, at the grassroots level, FORS divided competition into time brackets from the slowest bracket G to the fastest bracket A and the special bracket R, super production and open wheel class. Drivers chose to compete in brackets they feel most comfortable in while developing their skill and confidence to climb up to faster levels. They compete to set the fastest times within respective brackets in a time attack session of the day. Driving the staunch performance Honda Civic EK, Rafael Lao bested everyone in the fastest bracket A, edging perennial rival Eduardo Suiza, who ended up second, and Gabi Sohu in third. Rafael Lao was also fastest in the Bracket R Super Production class, beating Dominic Bon. In the open wheel class, it was Greg Wood over Francesco Ghedini in second. In the 86/BRZ class, Jermaine C came out on top, while Agato Mawis came out the fastest in the supercar class. In Bracket B, Rafi Sohu turned in the fastest time, ahead of Dominic Bon in second and Ras Agapito in third. Paul Santos topped Bracket C over Miguel Sohu in second and Sidney Sarmiento in third. Bracket D was topped by Alvin Bince with Robert Tan in second and Mike Hartel in third. Avin Villaseñor edged everyone in Bracket E with Brian Co in second and Roy Sarmiento in third. Bracket F saw Mars Ocampo setting the fastest time. Amiel Del Mundo was second fastest. Steve Travers was third. In bottom bracket G, Gilbert Orpilla dominated with Alex Can Lavapay in second and Jason Lau in third. The time attack session was heated, but the competition was hotter and more thrilling to watch. In the grid races, where those deemed fast and skilled enough are allowed to race wheel to wheel in respective grids determined by the results in the time attack brackets. 19 cars lined up for the start of a 10-lap race for the combined Grid A, B, and C. In the battle for podium for the Grid A cars, Eduardo Suiza jumped to an early lead until midway through the race when his car began to suffer brake fade.
First time lumabas ng car ngayon, so tapos kami kagabi, 3 AM na, then diretso dito, so wala ganang tulog. Tapos okay naman nung simula, tapos nung half of the race, I was leading. Pero yung nag-brake fade na yung brake, so wala na ako magawa. Nag-overshoot ako sa isang corner kasi wala na, naunahan na ako. Tapos pero teammate ko rin naman yung sila.
After taking advantage of Suiza's mistake and getting the lead, Rafael Lao never gave up the lead. The previous day's practice and testing of suspension setup served him good stead.
I came in yesterday, Friday, to practice the whole day and test different suspension setups. So apparently we found one that suits today.
The fight for the top of the Grid B podium was fierce among Paulo Santos, Jun Cabrera, and Russ Agapito. Driving a Mitsubishi Evo, Santos soon got the advantage over his rivals despite lack of preparation and practice time.
I didn't really get to practice yesterday since the car wasn't here and my main car broke down. So I'm just hoping that I do well because I wasn't also able to practice this morning since the tires had problems.
The battle for podium places for Grid C was fierce. The fight ended with Emerson Ocampo able to defend first place against John Mark Ong, who ended up second, and Paul Santos in third. Then it was time for the combined Grid D and E race, which was as thrilling as the first grid race of the day. There were constant switching of places among 5 drivers in contention for the Grid D podium. Paul Ongcuanco, Erwin Manawag, Sherwin Bargos, Errol Panganiban, Robert Tan. After missing out on the first round because of problems with his race car, the 3-year FORS veteran found himself in the thick of the fight for a podium place for Grid D.
Starting pole ko is number 8. Then, yung kotse kasi medyo may power, then pinagandaan ng 4 speed, ganyan. So, maganda yung takbo ng kotse hanggang sa umabot ako ng 5th, 4th. Then, siguro yung iba, mainit kasi yung klima eh. Parang nahihirapan yung sasakyan.
Also in the melee for Grid D podium was Sherwin Bargos, was reveling in the heat at the track and the competition.
Sobrang enjoy. Sa umpisa may kaba. After siguro mga 1 lap, wala na. You can use to it, the circuit. Mainit.
Robert Tan finished second in bracket D in the time attack but found the going tough in the Grid D race.
The other cars were fast. I couldn't catch up to them, but you know, we'll get there.
Paul Ongcuanco eventually ended up finishing first among Grid D challengers, followed by Uri Manawag in second and Sherwin Bargos in third. A minor controversy surfaced in the fight for the podium for Grid E. 15-year-old Cody Nang finished first among the Grid E challengers but was later disqualified because he also finished ahead of some of the drivers in the supposedly faster Grid D race.
Nung una, yung mga hindi ko ka-bracket, kala ko ka-bracket ko. So, nauunahan ko sila. Then, nung nalaman ko, hindi ko pala sila ka-bracket. So, yun.
After the race, organizers deemed it right to evaluate Amiel De Mundo to the top of the Grid E podium, with Felix Chua going up to second and Jeff Pobradora to third. The winners in the second round of the 2018 FlatOut Race Series are all looking forward to the next round. Some eyeing more wins and championships, others to improve their driving and get better results, or just to finish the race.
I was in pang P9, tapos nag-spin lang ako sa double F, tapos yun. So hindi ako naka-finish ng race. Nagka-problem din ako sa engine.
I hope I can win the championship for Grid B since I'm already in the lead and I have a really good mentor. So I'm pretty happy with my run today, but there's still room for improvement. For the upcoming rounds, I hope to finish first too.
My plan for next run, leave the car alone and I'll work on myself. I have to address my driving, not the car. For the next round, I wish to win the grid and the time attack in my bracket.
Sa next rounds naman, pipilitin namin on top. Sa ngayon, third kami. Next rounds, pilitin namin mag first or second. Basta safe lang, enjoy lang.
Hopefully, wala masyadong masira sa kotse para walang gastos. Ayun, gusto kong mag-overall.
Well, that ends this edition of Race Weekend. Hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we had enjoyed covering and reporting all local motorsports events for you all.
The FlatOut Race Series is certainly make this summer one of the hottest seasons, figuratively that is, for grassroots motorsports. Race aficionados are surely eagerly awaiting for round 3 at the Batangas Racing Circuit on May 12. This week's feature on Race Weekend has been brought to you by Phoenix Fuels.
Make every trip come alive with Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology. These are the Fuel Masters. Every time they're on the court, it's high performance. Every time I'm on the road, I can also expect high performance from Phoenix Fuels. We made it! The next generation Phoenix Fuels, now with Pulse technology, delivers enhanced power and acceleration to make every trip come alive.